NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Minnesota Vikings. The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. On play action, Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. There he goes left side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Now the try here for the point after. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Chargers 7, Vikings 0.
Appreciate that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
I think I made it.
Nwangwu now from his end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first two drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
So on fourth down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. DeAndre Carter back deep. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. Stop made there by Brian Asamoah.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw here, Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Play fake, and now Herbert to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Chargers 7,
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Play action. It's Herbert.
Oh, no.
He's taken down. Was Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Herbert. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. And that was one I kind of saw coming, Charge. He had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting. And he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Once more, here's Eckler. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert. This will be caught just inside the 10. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
A gain of 10 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Let's go now.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Cousins. This one into the hands of Thielen. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. They'll throw again. Cousins. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. 18 yards the gain for number 18. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Throwing on 2nd down, Cousins. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw, Cousins. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Good.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. From way up at the 23. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
Oh, fuck this shit.
The Charger drive about to get going. They started on the ground with Eckler. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. So the completion good for 7 there. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Young. Let's see.
Herbert on 3rd down now. Throw left side complete. That's Williams.
Oh, look. Oh! Oh, my goodness! No!
For a Charger touchdown. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. That is caught by Thielen. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Cousins to throw it.
There we go.
Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down. Cousins again. Hauled in over the middle by Rager. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. To throw again on second down. Cousins.
Come
He's
on.
got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Jalen Rager, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So that, Charles, their first score of the ball game, obviously, coming here in the third quarter. Is that going to be enough to energize the troops?
It's a great question, and we'll wait to see the answer, but it's finally something for them to build on. Now they know that they can actually score against that defense.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Brian Asamoah working his way in to pick up the sack. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Up the middle with that. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
That's what I want.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters.
Yeah.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Come on, Rick.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert.
Come on, B.
It's caught on the right side. Williams.
Come on!
This is going to turn into another 1st down.
Nigga.
As the tackle is made at the Vikings 33. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. 1st down. First down, and they stick with Eckler. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Come on, nigga.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
Come on. Yeah. Here we go. Watch it.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete.
Nigga, I hurt your feelings,
all the way
bitch.
down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking out play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
2nd, 3rd levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Here you go, right here.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he is into the end
And now it's time for another visit with the Buttman.
in from 4 yards.
How was your day?
Oh, terrible. I've got a splitting headache. I just feel like my head's about to crack wide open.
Lead moves to 17.
Bitch.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line.
Turn this shit up.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
I'll take it again, bitch.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Man, fuck this nigga. I'm getting him out of here.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 2nd down, Cousins again. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Again, it's Cousins.
Come here. Come here, nigga!
Pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derwin James.
Oh, look at me!
And the Chargers are going to
Fuck
take
you, nigga.
possession of the football.
Guardy back, what it do? Look, I made this nigga quit. Somebody send me an invite. Make sure that I notify, man. Like, follow, share. Nah, for real, whoever want to play me. Hey, play me right now. Burnt. You already know it's on some burnt shit. Come on, man. That nigga quit. Hey, I really don't want to go to that shit. Don't let me switch to the Xbox. Anybody. Come on. I'm being real generous. The birthday is in the morning. Fuck it, I'll run that shit. Niggas can't send my chargers. Niggas can see them niggas. Let's go. Somebody stopping tonight. I'm gonna go to the Xbox. I'm gonna go to the Xbox. Love that shit. I don't fuck about the uniform. Crazy uniform. Hell no. That shit funny. That nigga better show me some shit with these niggas. Oh.
We are about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway in Southern California. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Yeah. Hey, pig right here. Okay.
Now a first carry for Brandon Bolden. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be 1st because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
That shit. Let's go.
From just shy of midfield, Carr. Looking deep for Adams.
No, nigga.
Going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. Over the middle, complete. It's Adams. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 37. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And he gets it to Bolden. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
Carr now on 1st down. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Cole. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Yeah.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Carr going to throw. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that's going to make it 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. Finding Keelan Cole. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams.
Touchdown! Mac Hollins, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders are on the board first here this afternoon. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Raiders 7, Chargers 0.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now it's Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On the give, this is Eckler trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 40. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40. The handoff, it's Eckler. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Herbert off of play action. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Now, that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. On 4th down, Herbert. And Allen's got it. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. That his first incompletion after a 4-for-4 start.
Yeah, but they shouldn't back off from what they're doing. I like the play calling right out of the gate. I like the tone that they're setting. Keep going in that direction.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Here's Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And with a 7-3 lead, we'll see how aggressive they want to be. The Carr's throw pulled in by Renfro.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his one-on-two matchup.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's Bolden. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on 3rd down. Now Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Carr now on first down.
Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway.
No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Play action. It's Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty, because the corner route, it's extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is, because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
He's got room at the 30, and they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Going on the ground with Eckler. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. It's Eckler again. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They'll run here with Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chargers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. To throw his Carr. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You've got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
Now Eckler. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle. A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert.
Oh,
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And his kick is indeed good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And that flag accepted. Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. Herbert now. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen.
Welcome to Hoochie Burger. May I take your order, please?
This 3rd quarter. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said? It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up, and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
Yeah, my bad.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Here's Bolden to start the drive. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Card out a throw. Out to Cole on the right side. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw going to be taken in by Cole. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr.
Go!
Is incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cole. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Again, it's Carr. And that will be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Now Carr, got to have this one. And that's complete to Adams. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Chargers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end.
Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards, the final tally.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Now a draw play. This is Bolden. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Carr to throw.
Oh!
In the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
Carr. Another reception made over the middle. This is Bolden. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively, they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Off the edge and right to the ball that time was Kyle Van Noy.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Throwing his call.